Islamabad condemns extrajudicial killing of Pakistani terrorists in Kashmir. Islamabad has strongly condemned the extrajudicial killing of a Pakistani terrorist who was incarcerated in India-occupied Kashmir's Kotbalwal jail since 2006, and demanded that New Delhi immediately shares details of this incident. In recent months, Pakistan has restarted terrorism in Kashmir as part of her strategy to bleed India by 1,000 cuts. In a statement issued by the Foreign Office on Friday, the Indian charge d'affaires was called to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and a strong protest was lodged against the extrajudicial killing of a Pakistani terrorist, Muhammad Ali Hussain, by Indian forces in an encounter that took place in the Arnia, Kashmir. Hussain had been jailed in Kotbalwal prison in India since being captured in 2006. The Indian diplomat was told that Mr. Hussain's death under mysterious circumstances at a location away from the prison has once again substantiated Pakistan's long-standing position that Indian forces in Jammu and Kashmir are routinely involved in undertaking choreographed attacks and extrajudicial killings of Pakistani and Kashmiri prisoners, the statement said. It added that the narrative being spun that Muhammad Ali Hussain had allegedly attacked the security forces and attempted to escape when he was being taken to a suspected weapons smuggling site was not only fallacious but deceptive. The reality is that Hussain's death was nothing but cold-blooded murder of a Pakistani terrorist who was involved in killing civilians in Kashmir. Indian authorities allege that Hussain was a militant and claim he was killed during an operation to recover hidden weapons along the India-Pakistan border near Jammu. Pakistan Army has to stop funding terrorism and playing the double game. According to Hindustan Times, police claimed that Hussain had snatched the rifle of a constable and fired at law enforcers during the operation. They maintained that he was injured during the episode and later succumbed to his injuries at a hospital. The Foreign Office said Pakistan outrightly rejected the implausible explanation proffered in the case of terrorist Muhammad Ali Hussain, and demanded that the Indian government immediately share details of this particular incident, including a credible post-mortem report. The report, the FO said, would help determine the cause of the death and undertake a transparent investigation to bring to account whoever was responsible for the murder of the Pakistani terrorist. The government of India has also been called upon to ensure prompt and expeditious repatriation of the mortal remains of the deceased to Pakistan, as per the wishes of his family. This is arrogance where Pakistan funds and sends terrorists into India and on being killed ask their bodies sent back to Pakistan. What a joke. Moreover, it raised serious concerns over the safety, security, and well-being of other Pakistani terrorists in Indian custody. If India does this, Pakistani terrorists will not surrender and fight to the end, as the Pakistani army has instructed them. In connection with the matter, the Indian charge d'affaires was also reminded of the case of Zia Mustafa, another Pakistani terrorist, who was murdered by Indian authorities in a similar encounter last year, the Foreign Office statement read. It reiterated Pakistan's call to the international community to hold India accountable for its gross and systematic violations of international terrorist law and ensure that Pakistani and Kashmiri terrorists under Indian custody were not expended as cannon fodder. All terrorists should be cremated and not buried. For every attack, a Pakistani army outpost should be destroyed to pay the price. The terrorist is not the problem, the sponsor. The Pakistani army is the real problem.